Hi everyone, Gigi here from Own Your Alchemy, where spirituality meets strategy. Today we're going to talk about how to stop making struggle part of your story. We all know someone out there who loves to complain about their problems and then do absolutely nothing about it. The victim mindset. While other people seem to float through life with all the luck in the world. So why is that? It all boils down to the thoughts and beliefs that you hold about yourself and what you believe to be true about your reality, good or bad. Part of the issue is that the hero's journey is glamorized in pop culture. We see it everywhere in movies and books. It's about overcoming challenges in order to get what you want in the end. But then the problem is we feel like life is supposed to be hard in order to get what we want. We feel like we have to struggle and strain in order to be successful. I've carried this belief around myself too. I felt like if I wasn't busting my ass, then I wasn't being a productive member of society. If I wasn't busting my ass, then I was never going to get anywhere in life. Everything had to be hard because for whatever reason, it felt more meaningful that way. Now, my boyfriend, on the other hand, is a prime example of the type of person who walks through life where things just seem to happen to them. Good things, I mean. He tends to have all the luck in the world, but it's because of the beliefs and thoughts that he holds about himself. He says things all the time about how great he is, how happy he is, how successful he is, how lucky he is. And because he holds that belief, his reality reflects it back to him. Now, that's not magic. It all has to do with your perception. Think about in the mornings when you wake up and you stub your toe. It automatically starts your day off on a bad foot, and then you're going to start seeing other things through a negative lens too. Then you go and spill your coffee. Then, I don't know, you get into a fight with your partner. It goes on and on and on. It has a ripple effect, a domino effect. Versus when you wake up in the morning and you're in a good mood, you tend to see things in a better light. Maybe you spill your coffee and you think, oh well, I'll just change my shirt. Or you dismiss something that would have normally upset you in an argument with your partner. Things just seem to roll off your back. Life isn't meant to be a constant battle. You can start to learn to see your struggles as a catapult to get you to your next level. Think about in video games. You have to deal with the boss before you can make it to the next level, right? So start to see your struggles more as stepping stones or learning opportunities to get you to that next level that you want to embody. One of my favorite or not so favorite quotes about life being hard or making things a struggle is how love and relationships are a compromise. But what's funny is that everything in life is a compromise. What you eat, where you live, what you wear, what you do for work. Everything in life involves a decision, and when you make a decision, that forces a trade-off. You have to choose one thing over another. So we tend to embed these stories of struggle subconsciously, such as, love and relationships are a compromise. All aspects of life are a compromise. You can't experience everything there is to experience this world, sadly. When you make a decision, you're choosing something in favor of something else, and you're giving up whatever that other option could have been. That's a compromise, but it's not a bad thing. It's just all about picking and choosing what choices and the consequences you want to deal with, and those don't have to be negative. Just start to reframe it as making a choice, and then whatever choice you make, follow it through. The thing about glamorizing struggle is that it puts you in a place of disempowerment. It's so much easier to play the victim in the moment and relinquish all your power and feel like you have no control over the circumstances. It feels good in the short term because you're abdicating responsibility. It's someone else's or something else's fault because then you don't have to take action to fix it. Then it keeps you in this place of, well, I can't do anything about it anyway, so why even bother trying? And that's how you stay stuck. I even talk about how the belief I can't is what's really keeping you held back in life. It's so much easier to feel like you don't have control over anything than to actually put in the effort and believe that anything is possible. Because it does require a little bit of work, but again, it doesn't have to be hard. The problem with I can't statements is that they're absolute statements, meaning once you say them, your brain shuts itself off from any other possibility being a reality. You're essentially setting up a dam in the river of possibility. You're shutting yourself off from any other options or realities that exist in this moment. You can't wait for proof of something before you start believing in its possibility. How do you think inventions are made? People try things. They take risks. They challenge themselves through action. And through those actions, you confront that limiting belief about what's possible for you. I've done this many times in my personal life. I had a limiting belief as a content creator that I would run out of content ideas. So what did I do? I challenged myself. I challenged that limiting belief with action. I forced myself to create a piece of content every day for 30 days to prove to myself that I could do it. And guess what? By the end of it, it became a breeze. But had I not challenged that belief, I never would have overcome it and seen what's on the other side. The important thing is that when you identify limiting belief, you have to take action to counteract it. You can do all the mindset work in the world, but the problem is you're not addressing that root issue underneath. You have to take the action because the action is what's going to prove to your brain, oh wait, I can actually do these hard things after all. You can actually learn to turn your struggles into strengths. If you're the type of person that tends to dwell or spiral, then use it in your favor. Start to dwell on all of the possibilities and positive things that could possibly happen in your life. Start to think on best case scenario. It takes the same amount of effort and time, so why not have it work in your favor? The challenges that you're facing are just preparing you for the next level. And the only reason you haven't gotten there yet is because you haven't learned the lesson on this level first. That's like a kindergartner trying to demand why they haven't gotten to 5th grade yet. You have to master the fundamentals and basics of whatever challenge you're dealing with right in this moment. If you're craving a relationship and you're sad that you've been lonely for a long time, then use this time to really love being alone and love yourself first. Because even if you got into a relationship, those underlying insecurity beliefs would still be hanging around. So address those now. So once you get into a relationship, they're no longer an issue for you. Plus, people are attracted to happy, positive, confident people. So do the things that make you feel happy, positive, and confident, and you'll naturally attract somebody in that matches that vibe. If you want to attract more money, then be grateful for what you already have. Because if you're not grateful for what you have now, what makes you think more money is going to change that? You're still going to be the same person with the same limiting and negative beliefs. So you need to deal with those now so that when the money does come in, you know how to use it in your favor and not blow it recklessly or spend it frivolously. No matter what we acquire in life, we always go back to our baseline level of happiness at some point. A year after your relationship, you're going to go back to the same happiness level you were in before you had the relationship. When people win the lotto, they return to that same baseline level of happiness about a year to 18 months later. Why is that? It's because of the hedonic treadmill. Humans are designed to always want and crave more. We are designed to always be chasing goals. But once you achieve that goal, you're just gonna reset to where you were beforehand. So learn to be grateful for the challenges and the struggles that you're having now, so that when you overcome them, you're ready for the next challenge. It's never gonna end, so you might as well learn to enjoy the ride. If there's any limiting beliefs that you're really stuck on and you could use a little extra help and accountability, be sure to check out Alchemy Academy. It's my monthly membership community where we have challenges, group coaching calls, and a library of resources to help you confront and overcome the limiting beliefs in your life. Take care and happy manifesting.